That's why I didn't do it, otherwise you wouldn't have read it anyway.
No, thanks for your kind feedback.
I liked it.
Well, nice one.
I always like it.
Right, well, Rick got up before me and started doing the lats on the ceiling. I'll explain the lats on the ceiling, even though we've explained the lats on the ceiling lots of times, but for those who haven't seen it, are we saying, what are they now? What width?
55.
55.
By 18.
By 18. The difficulty with this van is that the skylights are quite close together and we didn't fit the skylights, so there's only a small run in between, and we normally put the lights in here, but that's not going to be much light, and then when the black diffusers go on, it's going to be even less light. So we've kind of made the executive decision to put another batten there and then put the lights between that batten and the next one. That's going to be quite... I don't think that's going to work. I don't think there's going to be another batten.
Let's have a look. Right, while you're on camera, right, yeah, so it's going to be there like that,
yeah,
and then the light is roughly where that one is.
Yeah, but then we need another.
Then we need another one.
There.
Right, and I've still got enough room for a cupboard.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, where that line is, that's where the battens, the way the lights are going to go.
Yeah.
Which means the lights are going to run full length from front to back, which is going to be better because when the black diffusers are on, it does take a lot of light out of it.
Well, what I'll do is different. Usually, do the cupboard first and then build that up to it.
So we'll just do all that
We'll do two first, so that's
Get
the end of.
Yeah.
Then I'll make the cupboard.
Yeah.
Instead of being 300, it might be 280 or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
That works out better. So we've got a few other jobs to do today. Oh, we've not talked about the Rogue alloys. They arrived. Oh, the Rogue alloys arrived. Gone for the all-terrain tyres again. Kind of a signature of our van builds now. And then these. What are they called? I forgot what model they were. Rogue Recon 17s.
The third set of Rogue alloys we've had, all different ones.
Yeah.
And they've all been good, haven't they?
They've all been good. So if you want Rogue alloys, you know where they are. Go Google Rogue alloys, or there might be a link in the description if I can be bothered to do it. I may put them wheels on because that's going to raise the van up slightly, and I need to do some work underneath it. So there may be a possibility that I put those on today. Solar brackets arrived again. Second set of solar brackets.
Did you tell them where the old ones were? I don't think you did.
We spent a full day looking for the solar brackets that I was adamant I'd had in my hand. Turns out they'd not even been delivered. They'd been delivered across the road to another unit. So I wasted pretty much a full day looking for them.
We've got them for next job though.
Well, we've got fucking solar brackets coming out of our bum cheeks right now. What else? So you've got enough material to... in fact, you're doing roof anyway. You're doing the cupboards next.
Roof cupboards.
So I can put the solar on. I'm just waiting on some white hammerite, which I've ordered, to finish what's going on the roof, just to get it painted so that we don't get any rust issues or anything. Now, we won't do because it's been rust painted, but I want it to be white, so I've ordered some white hammerite to do that. Then the solar can go on. It doesn't need hooking up yet. It just is what it is, isn't it? Just another job to tick off.
Yeah.
But then when Rick does the bed, then we're going to figure out doing the electrics because we'll know where they can be. That's the other thing I was thinking. I'm sure that we're going to put the diesel heater and water down that end.
Okay.
Because the customer did enjoy his boot space, and usually we'd put the water on this side and the electrics on that side, but I'm going to put the water down under the seating area. The seating area is going to be smaller because of the swivel base, and the toilet's going under there, so there's not a right lot of space under there, so he's not going to be able to use that for storage, but he didn't use his old one for storage, so...
Yeah, it's full of bits, wasn't it?
It's full of bits, so we'll just do our normal thing with that. That's where the water heater and everything's going to go, and then we'll just run a pipe back. Gas pipe also, it's all coming back to me now what I was thinking about at 2 o'clock.
Just walk up.
I think gas pipe's going to come up here and then round that way. Sexy Rogue alloys are on. Ceiling is coming together. Always comes together when we always come together, don't we? Whoa!
It's better when you come together.
It's better when you come together. So the lights are going to be in this channel here, as you might be able to see. As soon as we put this side on, then I'll start putting the lights in, and
I'll have a rest.
then we'll have some light inside here. Yeah, Rick can have a rest and order Starbucks.
Yeah, man.
It's your turn.
Mackie's?
Your turn.
How is it my turn?
Because it is your turn.
When?
Now.
Is it my turn?
Because it is your turn. It's wonky, I know.
Ceiling's alright.
It's the van. It's the van, isn't it? It's definitely not what Rick's done. It's the van that's wonky.
Right.
Anyway, that's it. The wheels are on. It's not bad for 10 o'clock.
You get paid for this?
No. We just put the lights in. I just wanted you can show them around. So these LED strips are going to have black diffusers on, so they're not going to be as bright as this. This is the brightest they'll ever be. When the black diffuser's on, it does take a lot of the light out, but it looks sexy, and that's the main thing. But I just wanted to be able to see what I meant about putting them full length. Normally we put them in the smaller channels down the middle, but we put them a bit further out, so when the cupboards go on, the lights are going to be much further out. But it's going to be a better distribution of light anyway, because the way we normally do it in the middle would have been crap because there wouldn't have been any light over this side of the van, so now there's more light. So I'm going to put the diffusers on. I might put the diffusers on now, but then I might take them off again, just so we can work in some light, because we don't want, we want some light while we're working. But Rick's going to start the cupboards today, and I'm going to finish some of the electrics. What are you doing? Cupboard is being started. It's 1 of 2 on one side, isn't it? Or 1 of 3 in total.
Yeah. Show them that.
So cupboards, full length, all the way down there, which that is 1/2 of. So it's going to be 2 halves, but joined together, and then there's going to be a cupboard down this side, and then a shelf across for spices and shit. That's what the lights look like with diffusers on. As you can see, much more dull. It's not as bright, but that's what the diffusers look like. And then when you turn the lights off, it blends in, so you can't tell that there's lights there other than the odd reflections. But it's more for looks than practicality, really. It just looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Quite like the 2 skylights.
Yeah. So while Rick's doing that, I'm going to start looking at putting the solar panels up on the roof, and I can't do them fully today because the Amorite's not turned up yet. I'm waiting for that for the roof, but I'm going to put them in their place and get them ready to go up, because I've got nothing to do really. It's a bit of a strange time in build where there's not a lot for me to do right now. Next week it'll be plumbing, eating and all that business, so yeah, anyway, I'm going to do solar panels. Filmed fuck all today. Rick's cupboards are almost done, he's just making doors now, is that right?
Yeah, on that side.
Can't remember what else we've not shown. We did the ceiling yesterday, didn't we? The lights and that, I think. I'm just doing the solar panels. The roof has been painted now. I'm just going to put the solar panels up, and then that's the roof done. Seems like we've not done a lot today. Well, me. Me.
You've ordered?
No, we've ordered a window for this. You can only buy them in pairs apparently, so I bought a pair, so now I've got a spare. So if anybody wants one of them, we've got one spare. Also paid for alloys today that needed paying for. Thanks to Rogue Alloys for that. As you've seen, that's what they look like. And then just ticking off things on here. Gas on-off solenoid. So the customer goes on the ferries and stuff a lot, and one of the things is that you can't bend down to turn the gas off underneath, so we'll put an electric solenoid in to do that. So that's something I've had to order today, about 40 quid, 47 quid I think it was posted. What else? I've just done some tidying up underneath and just trying to put some things together. Sounds like I've just been tossing it off today, but I haven't actually. I've actually been busy. Well, I wouldn't say busy, but I've been doing stuff. You know what I mean? Huh?
I don't know what you've been doing, but you've been busy.
I've been looking busy. Been pretending I'm busy. I'll show you up on the roof what's going on. Again, the paint on the roof ain't very good, but that's just the way it is. So you can kind of see where the bits have been painted. That's just where there was some bare metal. I've gone overkill with paint, but I'd rather go overkill than not do enough, so that's it. But basically, it had those flexible panels on that you've seen before, which I imagine were about 70 watts or something each. I destroyed them because they were broke anyway, so I can't tell what they were. But we've now got 4 of these 100 watt panels, so 400 watts, which again, to be fair, is a decent amount of solar. We normally put around 300, 350 on, and I was worried that we weren't going to be able to find enough solar to fit on this roof, given that the skylights were where they are. But these small panels are actually really good, so we've got 4 of them on. I think that's a maximum. We've got one as far over the front as we can get, and there's going to be one far over the back we can get, and then we've got these 2 in the middle that go on, so a decent amount of solar actually. And the customer used external solar panels as well to try and gather more solar, but he'll not need to now because he's got 400 bloody watts on the roof, which is good.
Long list of new words and phrases. Classes were no longer classes. They
Right,
were divs.
let me just turn.
Teachers were no longer teachers. They were bigs. Sick.
Right, okay,
Threats
welcome
and
back.
tabbage.
Fuck you!
Seemingly everyone had a raging tabbage habit.
Right, welcome back. Rick's out today because Rick worked bloody hard yesterday, so I've allowed him to have the day off. He did the cupboards on both sides, all the way down, and they look sexy as. And then there's a rack over this side. I'll try and get up here without banging my head. A rack here which is kind of like for spices, etc. The customer asked for that specifically, so there you go. Got a little rack to put his things in. All the cupboards, soft clothes in as well, like we always do. But today's job is mapping out the seating area, which means mapping out the diesel heater and the water system. The water system we're going for is the Bobble Van's water system. Now this water system is special because it heats 3 ways. So we heat through hot air coming from the diesel heater, which goes through this heat exchanger, which then heats up the water into that tank. Then you have hot water at your tap, or you can have it hooked up to the 240, so when you turn it on, turn a 240 switch, it uses your inverter and your batteries. Again, if you're on hookup, that's especially good. But also this new system has a 12 volt option as well, so that you can heat through the 12 volt. Now it also has a relay, so that when your batteries are full and you've got good solar, the relay turns on and heats your water for you. And then when your batteries get to a certain level, it'll turn it off again. And while ever you've got good solar, good sun, or even if you're driving and your batteries are topped up, it'll keep your hot water hot all the time. So in summer especially, you'll have warm water all the time, hot water all the time, because it does get bloody hot. But that's what we're doing today. Now the seating area only goes to this line here, so I've just mapped that out, and the reason for that is that there's swivel bases on both these seats, so we need to leave a gap so that your feet can still fit there and all that kind of thing. So I've got to map it out, and then the toilet, the customer's own toilet, fits in that gap there, and he wants to be able to lift his seat up and then just use the toilet a bit more stealth, like rather than having like a cubicle and a big inbuilt toilet. That's his toilet from the old build. So now I'm trying to just map it out to get it all right, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's where we're at today. It's a busy day and very messy, as you can see. We've got a lot going on down here, but we're going to crack this, at least get it all in place. Not be working today because I've still got plumbing to do underneath, but I need to get this mapped out so then Rick can build build the seating area and bed and stuff around this. He's out on his motorbike today. It's not fair, is it? Now, let me tell you this one before I forget. Bobble vans also have an underfloor heating kit. And it's very simple to put together. However, I haven't done it yet. And they sent me one a while ago, and I do apologise, Bobble Vans. But it's this expansion tank and then copper pipe that you can route it into your floor and foil over it and all that kind of stuff. They sent me one months and months and months ago, and I've been too busy to install it anywhere. I was going to install it in my own van when I did the renovation work on it, and I just haven't done it, and I apologise, Bobble Vans, but go on to Bobble Vans' website and you can find all this stuff, all the water heaters that work from the diesel heater and the 12 volt and 240 and the underfloor heating kits, and they are kind of DIY kits. As long as you follow the instructions properly, you'll have no problems with it. But I just thought I'd give them a plug because, to be fair, I've been a bit slack on that front, so sorry. Right, Bobble Vans system is in its place. It kind of looks a bit in the middle of the road now because we've moved the toilet out of the way and there's no seating area built, but that's where it is, that's where it's going to go. The diesel heater is there, hiding. It's a little bit more compact than normal. I've moved everything up closer because of the end of the seating area and the bed. Richard here.
On uno momento.
Yeah, he's building boxing in the wheel arch, and also he's done the back of the bed. I'll show you that round here. So that's what the bed is looking like. It's quite plain compared to what we normally do. We normally have bits of wavy bits and that, but because of the shape of the van and also because of the height of the customer. What?
It's perfectly sized like me.
Because of the height of the customer, we're not making it too big. We're trying to keep it as low as possible, but also trying to keep this opening as big as possible because he has got specific things he wants to get in there. And then obviously we've had to cut these bits out here because of that to go into and all that jazz. I don't know if I filmed the cupboards. I don't think you. Yeah, I must have filmed the cupboard because. Anyway, that's where we're at, isn't it?
Ceiling's done, finished.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rick's finished the ceiling. He's done the final 3 lats on that side, and that's it. So when Rick's boxed that in, he's going to box that in, and then he's going to build the front of the bed across here. And then that means that I've got some work to do because then I'm going to start putting the electrics together down here. And then I assume seating area after bed. Seating area after bed.
Kitchen last. I'll do kitchen last.
Yeah. So it's all coming together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, really, isn't it?
All the top's finished.
All the top, the top's finished. Everything's
sanded, filled, done, and those all the lots. So we'll just concentrate on the bottom bit now.
We're just concentrating on the bottom bit now. We've arranged, I think, have we confirmed the flooring?
James is going to ring me later.
Alright, so
for Candine, I think, again.
What's James' company called?
Don't know.
James at CandineFlooring.com.
He did look on the other video.
Yeah.
Mark's video.
Mark's van, the Citroen Relay, had that Candine flooring that's guaranteed for 25 years.
Yeah.
We're going to go for it in this. Fuck it, we might as well do it, aren't we?
It'll look nicer, it'll look perfect.
Nicer, it's hard wearing, it's scratch resistant.
It was going to Spain.
It's going to Spain and Morocco and the Sahara Desert, so it's heat resistant and all that business.
Like this with sand.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. That's where we're going. So yeah, I'll just.
That's not bad for a week's work for you, that.
Don't, because it's true.
It's true, I know it is.
And I haven't had a day out on bike this week.
Well,
like you.
Listen, you've done other things.
Yeah. There's a lot more to my job.
I'm trying to stick up for you, but you've done other.
Fuck off. There's a lot more to my job than what you see.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Social media empire.
Yeah, social media empire. Hustler, marketer, sales.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
It's true. I've none of that bollocks going on. Fuck that.
I've done some work underneath as well. Today just took some bits of metal off and that, and there's loads of cable and copper pipe underneath that needs coming off. Oh, and the windows arrived from camperglass.co.uk. That's the window for that back door. So I'm going to try and get that on today, but I've got some flyers to make today. Actually, I'll say it on this video. July and August is our next available slot if anybody is interested in having a van built. But I'm going to be putting it out on social media before this goes out, so you might see it anyway, but July and August.
Sweet.
There you go.